they're going to be sorry they were ever born.
Who?
All of them.
Hey Raider Nation, welcome back to the channel. Raider D podcast here. The 2025 NFL draft is just a couple of weeks away, and for the Silver and Black, this draft could be pivotal in our return to playoff contention. Today we're diving deep into 5 second round prospects that perfectly match the Raiders' biggest needs. As we all know, the Las Vegas Raiders currently have significant holes at running back, offensive guard, wide receiver, and corner. And new general manager John Spytek is entering his first year with the team. And if this draft is any indication, he values players that are athletic, versatile, and hard-nosed. Coach Pete Carroll, he definitely is that type of guy as well. So let's break down my top 5 prospects for the second round for the Las Vegas Raiders in this year's draft. But first, Raider Nation, I got to tell you something that has been bothering me. Bank of America just announced another data breach, and here's what's really messed up is they sat on it for months before telling anyone. The average company takes 277 days to report a breach. Think about that. Your personal info could be out there right now, and you wouldn't even hear about it until next year. That's crazy. This isn't even Bank of America's first rodeo this year. And last year, Citigroup and JP Morgan Chase both had breaches too. Your bank could be compromised right now and you wouldn't even know about it for months. You really want to give some criminal a 9-month head start on stealing your identity? I didn't think so. That's why I'm pumped up to tell you about today's sponsor, Aura. These guys are legit. They'll alert you if they find your phone number, your email, your social security number floating around on the dark web. What I love about Aura is they'll let you know fast if anyone tries to use your info to access your credit or your bank accounts. None of this waiting around for months nonsense. They back it up with a $5 million theft guarantee. Now that's some serious loyalty, nation. Plus they've got a bunch of other features to keep you safe online, all in an easy to use app. Look, you can go to my link, hour.com/RDP, to try it out for free for 14 days. No obligation. That's enough time for Hour to find out if any of your personal data has been exposed. You'll learn about it before one of these companies is forced to actually notify you. I highly recommend you doing this right now, because the only thing most of these companies are gonna do to help you if you get a data breach is offer credit monitoring after the fact. That's like installing a security camera after your house was already robbed. What good is that? Now let's be real. With all these data breaches that are happening, your social security number could be out there right now, and it might as well be written on a bathroom stall. But if you haven't been hit with fraud yet, why keep rolling the dice if it's because protecting yourself feels overwhelming? I get you, but just let Aura do all the hard work for you. I'm not leaving myself and my family vulnerable to these data breaches, and if you don't want to either, go to aura.com/RDP, try it out for 2 weeks for free, and trust me on this one, nation. Now, first on my board is going to be Luther Burden, the third wide receiver out of Missouri. He ranked 33rd overall by Daniel Jeremiah. He stands at 5'11". He's 208 pounds. Burden isn't the biggest receiver, but he plays anything but small. In 2024, Burden hauled in 61 receptions for 676 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging 11.1 yards per catch. What's impressive is how he produced despite facing constant double teams against Boston College. He exploded for 6 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown, showcasing his big play ability. Burden is a quick, athletic slot receiver who excels on the underneath option routes and creates yards after the catch with his elusiveness. He has reliable hands and excellent body control, drawing comparisons to Stephon Diggs in playing style.
I'm so Gucci.
While he lacks elite top-end speed, he's an excellent route runner who creates separation with technique rather than pure athleticism. For the Raiders, Burden would provide Geno Smith with a reliable target who can catch on those short passes into big gains. Pairing him with Jacoby Myers would give the Raiders dangerous duo that would work all areas of the field, while Trey Tucker could remain the deep threat. Burden's toughness and competitiveness also align perfectly with the culture that Pete Carroll is trying to build. Now, the next prospect that I want to talk about is Trayvon Henderson, Ohio State running back, ranked 34th overall at 5'10", 208 pounds. Henderson combines ideal size with explosive playmaking ability. Henderson's 2024 season was impressive. 144 carries with over 1,016 yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground, averaging a robust 7.1 yards per carry. He also added 27 receptions for 284 yards and a touchdown, showcasing his three-down potential. For his career at Ohio State, Henderson amassed 3,761 rushing yards, 42 touchdowns over 4 seasons. That's impressive. What makes Henderson special is his patient running style combined with explosive burst. He allows blocks to develop before hitting the hole with absolute authority. His vision and balance are exceptional, and he has speed to break away in the open field. And in pass protection, he is willing and capable, making him a true three-down back, something the Raiders really need. The comparison to Dalvin Cook is apt. I totally agree with that. Both runners combine patience, vision, and explosiveness. While Henderson has dealt with injuries during his college career, all running backs pretty much do at some point, he showed durability in 2024, playing a full season. This is going to be very important for the Raiders. Now, for the Raiders, Henderson would form an excellent 1-2 punch with Mostert. And so I believe that this would be a perfect pick for the Raiders in the second round if they don't go Ashton Jeanty at pick number 6. Now, I know that we need a lot of help on the offensive line, particularly at the guard position. So our third prospect is Donovan Jackson, offensive guard from Ohio State, ranked 41st overall at 6'4", 315 pounds with 33-inch arms. Jackson has ideal size for an interior lineman. Jackson was a 3-year starter at Ohio State, earning second-team All-Big Ten as a sophomore, first-team All-Big Ten as a junior, and second All-Team American and first-team All-Big Ten as a senior. That's a lot of rewards that he racked up. He was also part of Ohio State's national championship team, obviously in 2024. What stands out about Jackson is his combination of power and athleticism. He has excellent lower half flexibility that improved throughout his college career, allowing him to win leverage at battles consistently. His powerful anchor makes it difficult for defenders to convert speed to power against him. When he lands his strikes accurately, his grip strength and forceful jabs control defenders effectively. Jackson is also a scheme versatile, having experience in both zone and gap blocking schemes, while his agility when changing direction in pass protection is just average, and his hand placement can be a bit inconsistent at times. These are coachable issues. For the Raiders, Jackson would immediately upgrade the left guard position, providing much needed stability to an offensive line that has been in flux. His leadership qualities and his championship pedigree align with the culture that Pete Carroll is building. Now let's talk about defense for a second. Our fourth prospect is going to be Maxwell Hairston. Maxwell Hairston is a cornerback from Kentucky. He's ranked 35th overall by Daniel Jeremiah, 5'11" and a quarter and 186 pounds. Hairston isn't the biggest corner, but his 4.28 speed and playmaking ability more than make up for it. Hairston had a big breakout season in 2023, leading the SEC with 5 interceptions, returning 2 for touchdowns, and recording 68 tackles and 6 pass breakups. Unfortunately, a shoulder injury limited his 2024 campaign, but his talent is undeniable. 6 interceptions, 10 passes defended over the past 20 games with 3 defensive touchdowns. Absolutely, this dude is a playmaker, and grabbing him in the second round just would make sense. What makes Hairston special is his combination of elite athleticism and ball skills, and Pete Carroll is very good at developing secondaries. Now we want to talk about another running back, and that's Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. Our final prospect, Caleb Johnson, running back. Is ranked 45th overall, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Johnson brings size and power to the position. Johnson had a monster 2024 season, rushing for 1,537 yards and 21 touchdowns on 240 carries, averaging over 6.4 yards per carry, which lead the Big Ten. He also added 22 receptions for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. After somewhat modest production in his first 2 seasons, Johnson exploded on the scene as a junior, earning first-team All-Big Ten honors and being named Big Ten Running Back of the Year. That's a really, really big award for him. Johnson's game is built on vision, patience, and power. He's a decisive north-south runner who can find seams in the trenches and create yards after contact. This is huge in the NFL. He has an explosive burst through the line of scrimmage, and he runs behind his pads with good contact and balance. He's hard to bring down. While he lacks elite top-end speed and twitch for sharp cuts, his running style is perfect for a power scheme. And we know Pete Carroll likes those powerful running backs. Now, you might be wondering why I'm suggesting the Raiders draft 2 running backs. Or look at even these 2 running backs for this position. Here's why it makes sense. The modern NFL requires multiple backs to handle the workload, and with Mostert aging and limited proven depth behind White, the Raiders need to rebuild their running back room. Henderson and Johnson offer complementary skill sets, and Henderson brings explosiveness and receiving ability, while Johnson provides the power and the short yards prowess. The Raiders could trade back in the first round, grab another second round, and now you got 2 running backs. Together with White, they would give the Raiders one of the most versatile and deep backfields in the league, allowing them to control games on the ground and keep their backs fresh throughout the entire season. This approach has worked well for teams like the 49ers and the Ravens in recent years, so it just makes sense. So there you have it, Raider Nation. 5 of my second round prospects who could immediately upgrade the positions of need for the silver and black. Luther Burden III would give the passing game a reliable playmaker. Trayvon Henderson and Caleb Johnson would transform the running back room. Donovan Jackson would solidify the interior offensive line, and Maxwell Hairston would add ball hawking ability to the secondary. Our new GM and his eye for talent with Pete Carroll in his Hall of Fame career, I think this is going to be a very intriguing draft this year. I can't wait. Make sure you join me live for all 3 days of the draft. And if you love what you've seen so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. And I'll see you guys in the next Raiders video.